Here are 5 major tips today on how to improve your gameplay, your DPS, and your character. Hi, this is Ironore, and today I'm going to show you all these game tests that will change your complete gameplay on PoE 2. So without further ado, let's get to tip number 1. So for this one, what we're going to do is you're going to go down to your inventory. You're going to have your weapon number 1 and your weapon number 2, depending on which one or how you are playing your class. So what you're going to do, a lot of people don't know which one is stronger, which one is better. So for your DPS, so what you're going to do, you're going to press G on PC. And then you gotta go down to one of your skill that says DPS just down here, okay? So if you look, you got weapon number 1, it's doing 122 DPS. If you press X and you switch to weapon number 2, it goes down to 92, back and forth. And so one of the things, a lot of people will see that, they'll be like, oh, okay, well, I'm just swap back and forth, But you know what? When you're in a huge battle, it's kind of hard. So here's the tip for you guys. If you go down to the highest DPS, you press on this arrow right over here. And then you have all your stats and everything. If you look underneath right here, you could use weapon set. So I know that my weapon number 1 is actually stronger DPS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the check mark on and take this one out. So every time I'm casting Firewall, it's going to move the to weapon number 1. And if I find another skill that, like for example, this one does more, I swap it to number 2. So what's going to happen every time you're casting these spells, you will see your character, he'll be swapping weapons back and forth. All right, so that's how you could find yourself with a better way. So don't forget though, if you are moving, if you are completely removing your weapon to a new weapon, don't forget to change that. You could also do always attack without moving. So there's some spells that you could do that without moving, so it's a good thing, but I usually leave that off for because of my witch. I'm usually moving around a lot. So that's going to be tip number 1. Moving on to tip number 2. Okay, so for tip number 2, at the beginning of the game, what you're going to be able to do, I think you only have 10 of these. To show you guys real quick. If you go down to your skills, you're going to be able to set points to your weapon number 1 or number 2. A lot of people are missing this. I think it's very important. So especially if you're barbarian and you're using a two-handed sword or one-handed sword, what you can do, you can actually go down and you go down to weapon number 1, and then you can branch off to what is best for your weapon number 1. So you make your skills, you apply it, you know, whatever. And then what you can do is it will not burn the skill for weapon set number 2. So go down to set number 2, and then you can branch off and then go do for your two-handed sword or your one-handed sword, depending on your build and depending on your weapon. So you can actually go 2 different ways with the trees. You got 10 of them here. I haven't used them, but I have them before, and it's actually very useful if you are going 2 different paths with your weapons. So that's going to be tip number 2. Okay, so for tip number 3 is going to be a huge boost for you guys. What you're going to be looking for when you are running around, you're going to be looking for quality items, and you're going to be wondering what that is. So quality items are when you go down and you take a look at the item, always make sure that you see the quality on top. So this one here has a quality of 14%. So what you're going to do when you find these, grab them. It doesn't matter the color, white, blue, doesn't matter, grab them. What you're going to do, you're going to come down to your salvage bench. You're going to get that early in the game in Act 1. You're going to click the hammer. You're going to salvage it, and it's going to give you one of these armor scrap. So with these armor scrap, what you can do is you grab them, and it's actually going to boost your any of your armor. So if you look at my armor, here's a 44. You're going to put it on there. It's a 45, and it's just 29. So you can actually do that quite a bit, and you could level them up. Okay. Also, what you can find them if you go down to these vendors, and I'm going to show you guys buy or sell. You go down at the bottom, type in quality, just like that. If I could type, and then they're going to be highlighted for the one's quality. So this one here has nothing quality. This one here, that one has quality. See, quality 10%, quality 6%. That one is, I don't really look at the money wise or anything else, just look at the quality. So I'll grab that one. It's a little bit cheaper just for the sake of the video. Come over here, grab that, salvage bench, boom, salvages 3. There you go. Then you can grab that and you are able to use it, and you can put it in your boots. You can put it anything you want, and this will even go on your shield. All right. So that is a huge way for you guys to boost your stats on your weapons and your armor. So that's going to be for this tip. And moving on to the next one. Okay, moving on to tip number 4. When you are going out throughout the world, and this is going to be another a huge help for you guys, especially if you have really good items with no sockets. If you guys don't know how to add sockets or get socket items, if you are going through the world and you're getting any blue items, white items, and then you run into an item like this that has this square little mark beside the name, right, like this, grab that. That means it's going to be a socket item. So then you go back to town, and what you're going to do with that is you are going to salvage it, and it is going to give you a rune for you guys to be able to socket one of your weapons. So I'm going to go like this, salvage again. Salvage right there. Boom, you got one of these. So once you get one of those, what you can do is you go to item, right click, and you drop it off on one of your items, and you'll be able to have a socket weapon or gear. All right, so that's going to be huge for you guys, especially if you're putting stuff inside of them, boost your stats, boost your DPS. So that's going to be another one of your tips. You can find them all over the world, so keep your eyes open for those, and keep your eyes open for the quality one. All right, okay, moving on to the tip number 5. Moving on to tip number 5. Stick around till the end, and I got a great tip for the bonus one. For this one, what we're going to show you guys is the uncut support gem. A lot of people are not knowing this or don't or forget about it. Hopefully this helps you guys out. When you right click it and you want to put some, depending on your skills, the game will recommend which one to put in there, but a lot of people are forgetting that if you go down the bottom at all gems, you have access to all the gems for your for that one skill. So all you got to do is just look at which one you like, put it in there. Also, what the game is not telling you is if you go down to your gems like this one here, it actually shows you the supportable skills. So whatever skills you have, it'll tell you which, if you want to swap it going from one to another, it'll tell you if you're able to with a check mark or the X right over here. Okay, so that's going to be your last tip of the day. Stick around, I'm going to show you guys the bonus tip. Okay, for your bonus tip, thanks for sticking around till the end to watch the bonus tip and watch my videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if I forget anything. If this helped you guys out, I'm very happy. I'm here to help you guys out, to help everybody out. I do make some mistakes, so don't be shy. Put in the comments down below and let me know. So for your final tip, what we are going to do, talking about bonuses, if you go down to your waypoint or your map and you take a look at the map, you're going to see these calls. Those are going to be the bosses, mini bosses, or whatnot. If you take a look at these ones here, these means that you have beaten them already. But if you see those, do not bypass the ones with that little cross. That means it's going to give you, once you kill them, it's going to give you those green items that will give you permanent bonus. So we are in the bonus section of the video, so that's going to be a huge bonus for you guys, because every single one of them will give you different kind of bonuses. All right, so that is going to be the 5 tips plus the bonus for you guys. I hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, please don't forget to smash that like. Don't possibly subscribe if you're interested, and thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Iron Ore.